What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Low Luxury and welcome back to Hype Deceased News, the show where we put the hype to bed on all things luxury and streetwear. We got some wild stories today, so let's dive right in. Yo. Before we get too much further, subscribe to the channel. I make tons of luxury and streetwear content. And also, if you're looking for deals on luxury and streetwear, check the description. I've got some of the best sites with all authentic stuff. Check it out. Our first story today is, of course, Cactus Jack, because the Cactus Jack x Nike collaborative Air Max 1 has been postponed. Wow, who could have seen that one coming? I thought they would definitely release it. No, I didn't. The guy killed like 10 people at this point. It's so bad that I don't even know the number of people who died. And I said he killed them. You know, he's associated and they died. I don't know how much blame he has, but I keep seeing in the news, it's like, you know, $2 billion lawsuit, $750 million lawsuit. Travis Scott is getting sued into oblivion. Everyone hates him. He is in the process of getting canceled. But one thing here that is not canceled is the Air Max 1. Yes, that's right. They did not cancel the shoe release. Nike, they just postponed it. And what do I think that means? I think that means that they are just waiting for all this silly stuff, these silly dead people. They're just waiting for all that to blow over so that they can just release this and make tons of bank sometime just down the road a bit when people are a little bit less angry at old Travis Scott. But yeah, a lot of people are dead, and this is kind of how like cancellation waves go. Probably in a few months, maybe more, I don't know, a lot of people will kind of forget about it, unfortunately, and maybe they really will be able to get away with actually releasing these shoes. But at least right now, they should have just canceled it. I'm sure they've got them already made. They can like backdoor them to people. They'll be super hyped. They'll be worth like $5,000 a pair because they're so rare. It would have been a good PR opportunity for them because they get the PR of canceling the shoe and being like, hey, we're doing the right thing. We're respecting the victims, but then also they'd have like a super hype canceled shoe. You know what I mean? But instead, they're just looking like they're trying to skirt the cancellation and try to avoid making people angry by just postponing it. So it just makes them look like weak, and also just kind of makes them look bad. You know what I mean? Either just release the shoe. That's one way they could have gone. They could have said, hey, we made these shoes. People want these shoes. They deserve them. We're going to release them. Maybe they donate a portion or all of the profits to some sort of charity or to the victims. Like, hey, that's one way to go with it. Or you could just cancel them all together, maybe even cancel your contract with Travis Scott to really make a statement that you don't support what happened at Astroworld Fest. But instead, they went right down the middle, and it's just the absolute wrong call here. So, Nike, you done goofed. You done goofed. I don't know what more to say. Our next story is a follow-up to a story from last week where, if you recall, Daniel Lee left Bottega Veneta. And at the time, I was positive that it was because he was going somewhere else, most likely maybe Burberry or something like that. But since then, I've been seeing more and more reports that there was some rough stuff going on behind the scenes with Daniel Lee, that he did not like treat people well. So I've been starting to think more and more, maybe Bottega really did fire him. Like maybe they were making the right step that other fashion brands never take and actually getting rid of an abusive person that works for them. It's still kind of crazy just because fashion brands never do that. But if that's the case, I mean, good on them, trying to keep their employees safe. But they brought in a new head designer. His name is Matthew Blasi. I have no idea how to pronounce that. I'm not even going to try. I'm just going to go with what I just said, and if it's wrong, I'm sorry. But he was the ready-to-wear designer for the brand. So they basically just promoted him. And a lot of people are upset about this. They were really hoping that like a person of color would get this opportunity, especially because obviously in the wake of Black Lives Matter and stuff, Bottega, like pretty much all brands did, they gave a lot of support to that movement and said they would be hiring more people of color. But at the same time, a lot of brands also, people want brands to focus on promoting from within and giving people opportunities to rise up within these brands. So they chose that route. So I mean, he's not a big name, he's not a household name in any sense of the word, but he's already been working for Bottega, and people obviously already love his work, even if they didn't even know that he was the one who was making it. So it's not a lot of hype, but sometimes these things don't need hype. I mean, Alessandro Michele was also promoted from within, and he was a no-name. There are many examples of this, of people who have gone on to be super celebrated designers that started off as nobodies and were made the head of the house out of nowhere, and then they built their name from there. So I really don't think we can judge this until we see the designs that he puts out, but I wish him well. Our third story for the week is the fact that finally we have a release date for the Soleil Bembury Crocs. And these ones, they have been floating around for a long time. Images surfaced, it feels like years ago at this point. I honestly thought these things were like already out and I just missed it. But no, December 14th is the release date for these. Obviously, there's a lot of hype around these. Soleil Bembury, he was at Versace, designed like the chain reactions, some of the coolest sneaker designs in modern luxury sneaker history. So obviously, any collab he does has a lot of hype. He previously did the New Balances, which were really cool, and now he's doing these Crocs. And I don't know, people seem to be excited about these, but they really do like nothing for me. They look like off-brand Crocs, or like department store rip-off Yeezys, like the newer foamy Yeezys, you know? These just don't do it for me. But apparently people are interested in them, there's a lot of hype, and thank God Crocs will be doing a drawing for these. Every collaborative hype release should have a drawing associated with it. It should never be first come, first serve, because then like the bots just have free reign over the place. So they are doing a drawing. If you're interested in these, it's December 14th. They are not for me, but if you, basically if like Yeezy foam runners didn't exist, I think I would like these a lot more. It's just that he kind of got like beat to the punch here, and these look a little bit derivative. But maybe over time, that will change as I see them more and get accustomed to them. Crocs, in general, I think are a really, really cool shoe, and I'm glad they're doing lots of like luxury collaborations with Balenciaga and stuff. So I hope we see more cool, fashion-forward Crocs. So no hate here. Soleil, love the dude, great footwear designer, but these ones are just a little bit of a miss for me. And our final story for the week is about Nike once again, this time not about Cactus Jack. This is about what Nike does with their returned shoes, or even like brand new shoes. So there was this like documentary maker in Germany who did this like expose, because Nike was saying, hey, we take used Nike shoes and we like grind them up to make this new kind of like sole rubber called Nike Grind. And this company, you know, that's great, that's a sustainable thing, recycling the old shoes, good. But for whatever reason, this German documentary company, they said, well, we want to know what shoes are actually going into these Nike Grind things. So what they did is they donated like almost like new shoes, and they put little GPS trackers in them, and they found that these shoes that were in great condition were all still going to be ground up into these Nike Grind things. And they went even a step further than that, and they bought some new shoes from Nike and then just went and returned them, but just hid a GPS tracker in them. And even those brand new return shoes were also sent off to the meat grinder to be turned into Nike Grind. And now this may not seem bad, like yeah, they're recycling, but if Nike is sending even just return shoes instead of trying to resell them and grinding them up, that is not sustainable. The sustainable thing would be to donate them or try and sell them again at a lower price. If you're just taking them, grinding them, that's a lot of energy that you're expending to create this new sole. And apparently in Germany, doing that is even against the law. Of course, there's some like iffiness to this story. Like Nike says, hey, well, they weren't brand new shoes because they messed with them and put the GPS tracker in them. But did Nike know that? I'm assuming Nike just thought they were sending brand new return shoes. I doubt they knew about the GPS tracker. So all of this is a little bit weird, a little bit funky. Let me know in the comments what you think about this. Is this a bad thing? Should Nike not be doing this? Is it totally acceptable to you? I don't know. I just don't like the idea of donating really good condition shoes and then just grinding them up. I think there are better things that you can do with those, ways that you can repurpose them, sell them at a lower price point so that lower income people have a way to get cool Nike shoes, as opposed to just grinding them up to make a higher price point item, I'm sure, right? So I don't know how I feel about this. It makes me feel a little bit squicky inside, but I'm curious to know what you think. So that was Hype Deceased News. Thank you for watching. Take a look at the other video on screen here, subscribe to the channel, like this video, and I'll see you next time.